Miles said, I'm going to go to record tonight. And he said, no, he didn't say that. He said, good luck. I said, oh, thanks. He said, I mean, you don't really need good luck. You're already really good at it. I said, well, thanks.
Aww.
And then he goes, you remember that one time when you April Fools'd him? And I said, no. And he goes, remember? You told him, this is our last podcast. And he goes, that was so funny, Mom. He goes, I bet they were all like, no, not your last podcast. It was so animated. I was like, yeah, but they were all like that. But he's like, what are you talking about? I don't even remember doing that.
I don't think we did do that.
Well, in
We maybe did.
his mind, he thought we did.
I think this is our April Fool's episode.
April Fools.
Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin the Believer.
And I am so excited about these gummies that you left
Okay,
for me.
don't eat them,
Uh-huh.
but I'm excited that you have seen them.
they're banana and cherry flavored.
They're not gummies, and they're not for humans.
Yeah, I already know because I read them after I got really excited about them, Aaron Taylor. I'm like, ooh, I sit down, I was like, ooh. Like, at first I thought that'd be so funny if she like left me actual gummies. And I thought, no, her kids play back here. But still, let me check out this sweet treat.
Yeah, no, it's not a treat for you. Those are dead hamster treats.
I know, there was like a range of emotions. I got really excited. I was like, ooh, banana and cherry. Oh, for dwarf hamsters.
Yeah,
Like, those babies are dead.
I know they're not around anymore, but
So now you just set them out like to snack on?
No, I'm trying to tell you. So, okay, it has been a long time bucket list mission for me.
Okay, I have no idea where this is headed. I don't know what you're about to say. To like start snacking like a hamster, to turn into a hamster. What's about to happen?
To befriend a crow.
Yeah, I did not know where this was headed, and I still don't.
I want to so bad. I got real into crow TikTok for a
Oh
while.
my gosh!
I know.
Maybe you know how like we were talking a little while ago about you getting so many personalities. Yep. Maybe it's not the amount of personalities so much as the type of personalities.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But wouldn't that be cool?
Sure.
They like leave you gifts and stuff and they're so sweet.
Okay. I mean, is this because you watch some of those TikToks where they're like, we've had this baby crow since,
Get out of here with those videos. And they like follow. Hold on. I've got to take a picture of Ellie right now. She
I
looks
thought you were
so
like,
happy.
I've got to show you this TikTok. I'm
Yeah,
like,
not
we're
right now.
recording.
She looks so happy. I've never seen her so happy.
She's so excited about the idea of a crow.
You're going to have a crow?
Are we getting a pet crow? This is amazing.
Okay,
So you feel like these little things are going to do it.
Okay, here, let me just explain.
Okay, please do.
Like I follow somebody on TikTok who tells you how to become friends with the crows.
Oh, of course you do. Uh-huh.
And they're very loyal birds and they will remember you.
Okay.
And they'll bring you little gifts and trinkets.
Mm-hmm. That's so nice.
I think it's so sweet, but they also really like trinkets and gifts that you can give to them. So we've had some crows in the neighborhood. I've been keeping my eye on them. I did mention it once. I was like, oh, there's a crow out there. And Nora, my middle,
I guarantee Nora's all over this.
got so excited. Like I haven't seen this level of excitement in at least a year.
Nice.
Because they're in the very angsty, like middle school's hard.
Oh, I loved
You
that
don't
era.
understand my life.
Yes. I still like to go back to that sometimes.
Oh, gosh,
It's a good one.
It's a really interesting one to be a mom of when I'm like, your life, child,
Is the best.
your life is so good. Like there is nothing for you to be worried about right now.
idea how good you have it.
But it's fine. I'm letting them feel all their feelings, but the pure excitement, enjoyment, elated state of mind that they got when I was like, ooh, there's a crow out there. They were like, we have to befriend it. I was like, yes, we are on the same page. We are going to befriend it.
Just the best part of this.
Yeah. Well, we kind of ruined it. It was a little bit rainy that day. It didn't really work. So then I was like, oh, that's the closest they've ever been. And that was even a few houses down. That was, Nora was like, you ruined it. You put it too far away.
What was it? One of these?
No, it might have been actually. I think I did the little dried fruit that I still have.
Okay.
And like a quarter or a dime or something. Probably a dime. Because I was like, oh, these dimes are everywhere. I'll just grab some.
Yeah.
But I didn't I didn't go all the way over to the crows because I didn't want to
Okay.
scare them. Because that's what my TikTok crow lady says.
Mm-hmm.
And Nora was pissed. Because
You
they
didn't
were
get
like,
closer.
they don't know that's for them. I'm like, well,
Yeah, that could have been for any Joe Schmo eagle out there.
I know. But whatever. I was patient. And then last week, there were 2 crows in my backyard.
Oh.
Like on my property.
The word has spread.
I know. I was patient and it paid off. I went out there. I put some little hamster. I don't know. They look like yogurt bites. Nora keeps trying to eat them. I'm like, you cannot.
I would. I might try one tonight. Give me one more beer and I'm in it.
I put them on the little stone over there and some shiny things. And then I left and I was very cool about it.
That's how you do that. I mean, don't look
Yeah.
too eager.
Exactly. Do you know how like crows are the coolest of the birds? You cannot look like you want to be their friends.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I went to high school. I know how this works. So I left it for them and I'm playing it cool and the ball's in their court and we're just going to see if they keep coming back. But I've got those bites right there
Just in
in case
case.
they come back.
I sure hope they're not like lethal to crows in
Oh my
some way.
gosh.
Well,
no,
I mean,
surely not.
I might maybe check it out. They're for hamsters. It says literally for hamsters. Hold on, let me read it. It says treat for dwarf hamsters, rats, and mice. Nowhere on here does it say crows.
Yeah, but crows are like scavengers. You don't think they're eating worse things?
I don't know that these have ever been left for them. So just, I mean, you know, you don't want to want to be a friend of a crow and end up killing all the
No,
crows.
because like I said, they will remember.
They will. And then that's a whole nother podcast.
It's one thing to be friends with a crow, but to be enemies with a
Whoa,
crow,
buckle
that is
up.
now a horror movie.
Oh, too funny. I mean, I cannot wait for next week to find out what our new personality is.
It's just funny that these are things that have always been inside me and you just never thought to
Well,
ask.
Okay, hold on there. I'm going to challenge you a little bit. Are they
Okay.
things that have been inside of you, or is this the side effect of TikTok? Rapid videos showing you very cool things that all of a sudden you're like, I could do that.
I'm sorry. How is that not going to get anybody? Did you hear the way you just described it?
know.
Rapid videos that show you very cool things
Yeah,
that are specialized to things that they think you're going to like.
yeah, I know, Erin, but also we've talked about how you're going to join a cult. You like to latch on to things very quickly.
The crows have not sent out an offer to join their cult yet.
Want you to maybe take a breath in between videos and go, is this really something I want invited into my life? Or is this just another chore?
I love animals.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as this one sticks, it's good. I mean,
Yeah.
or let it go. It's okay to let them all go.
Well, I doubt that's going to happen, but we'll see. I'm just going to keep collecting until I have no more space.
And I don't
explode.
care either way, as long as you're okay. I just remember last week, things were getting a little overwhelming. I'm just letting you know. I'm also here to let you know I will support you either way, whether we can have 50 more of these and we have a whole bunch of different personalities in this room with us,
Yeah.
or you just decide to let them all go. I'm here for either one. They're both entertaining to me.
What would we talk about?
True. Very true. So don't let any of them go. Let's
Okay.
just keep going. Let's go back to how sourdough going.
Oh, I suffer for you all. That's it. I'm really, what's that term? A martyr?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For you.
Yep.
For the pod.
For the pod. Well, speaking of martyrs, guess what I was forced to do tonight?
What?
Get a brand new damn cell phone.
Oh, you poor thing.
I'm so pissed.
Why? Your
Oh.
phone kind of sucks.
Well, yeah.
The battery never lasts more than like 30 seconds on your phone.
I
Your
know
old
that
phone.
is true, but it's the same way with vehicles. I am with phones. Like I get very used to them. I get them very worn in. I don't have to worry about wrecking my car because it's a piece of shit on the inside as well on the outside. And I don't care. Like that is the type. That is just that's who I am. That's not even a personality. That's just who I am.
Do you have any? I think that is what a personality is. But do you
Okay.
have any pictures of your old laptop that they finally forced you to get rid of?
Oh yeah, and my laptop. See, this really
That
is just who I
laptop-
am.
That laptop was like what?
Do you really think I got rid of that thing? It's at the top of my closet.
Oh my gosh!
In case I ever have a file that I need to actually go and get. I still have the charger and the laptop.
I'm pretty sure your exact, not even the frame, like the model, but your exact
Mm-hmm.
laptop was on like the 9th season of Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris finally gets a laptop It is the clunkiest, heaviest thing I've ever seen.
I miss it all the time.
And when you got this job, your boss
my
was
boss
like,
said it was embarrassing.
You cannot bring this places.
I know. She wouldn't let me go to actual meetings out there with other people with my laptop because it was so embarrassing.
Your poor little camera would only shoot in black and white.
I know. And she thought, what's really funny about that? She thought that was like an app that I had downloaded during COVID. And I'm like, no. I just only have black and white because my laptop is literally
from 1979.
No, it was from, I think, 2007, 2005, maybe. Anyway, it was the very first laptop that JCPS ever gave out. And I kept it and I loved it. All my files were on it. I had all my favorites. It was the best. And then my boss, I do what my boss says. She said I had to get a new one. I hated it. I still have it up there. I still hate my new one. I don't know how half the things work on it. And I have no interest in finding out. I'm like, I know my old laptop. Anyway, that's just who I am. And when I married James, he said this is one of his favorite things about me.
Oh.
He lied. He lied because the man constantly makes me upgrade to things. He thought that I was like, oh, I'm not one of those girls. I'm really not one of those girls. I don't like jewelry. I don't like fancy things. I don't like these things. You know why? Because I know I'm either going to lose it or I'm going to break it or something's going to go bad. And then that's going to cause me more anxiety than the desire to have those things. Yeah. Those do not outweigh. So for me, I would rather have a trashy car that I don't care. I could care less what that car looks like. You know why? Because the inside is going to be a disaster. And I don't feel like cleaning it every day because it's just to get me from point A to point B. I'm not going to be in there long. I don't need a nice car. Yet the man keeps talking me in, trying to talk me. I'm like, you keep changing out your vehicles, mister. You stay away from mine. And the nerve that this man has sometimes to try to take my car to the car wash. Oh, no, you will not.
I remember the first time he did that and you were so pissed.
The first time, he's tried it a good 3 times. And I think the third time I unleashed on him. I'm like, this is mine. And I get to keep it as trashy as I want. Stay in your lane. Anyway, we're done. He did bring that up the other day in an argument. He's like, it's kind of like your car. I'm like, yeah. Have you not learned your lesson? But anyway, on my way home, I get a phone call and he's like, hey, hon, what kind of iPhone do you have? And I'm like, my things are going up. Yeah, my antennas are going up. Why? Why do you care? And he was like, well, is it like a 15? What do you got? And I was like, I guarantee you it's not a 15. I'm like, I'm thinking maybe a 10, a 5. What do they come in? What are the stages? And he's like, go to your settings. And I hear him talking to somebody else. Yeah. And I did know that he was trying to switch our internet over. So I knew that was happening. And so then I go and he told me all how to get to my settings and find out what it was. I was like, oh, it's a 16. He was like, whoa, you have a 16? And I go, oh no, that's something about software. Nope, it's an 11. And he laughed. And then I heard the other guy laugh. Oh, and I said,
how dare.
And then I said, don't you go trying to switch out my phone.
Also, don't you bring a man into my house and both of you laugh at me together.
So I started off this way with all that energy. I brought all that when I came home, except for there was nobody there. Everything's fine. I still have my cell phone. I thought, okay, and now we have internet. Great. Everything worked out. Nothing has changed. I'm going to let it go. We're just going to keep on sailing into this night until mid-dinner. I'm making dinner and there's a knock on the door.
Oh, you get your phone delivered?
You know what? Yeah. You know what I wanted to be? Pissed. You know what I ended up not being? Pissed. You know why? Because this man had a beautiful British accent. Oh. And he was the nicest guy. Oh. I made the man dinner.
Oh my gosh. Was he from the Apple store? Because I think I might know him.
No, he's from AT&T.
Oh, I spent a lot of time at the Apple store the last few days.
Oh, that's awful.
I know.
That's the worst place in the world. No, this guy's name is Jeff. I asked him what his comfort level with getting called out on a podcast was. He said, I think that would be great. And his beautiful little accent. Yeah, I made him dinner and he got to stay. So it turns out everything can be fixed.
Why did you make him Why
did
he
stayed
deliver
for so
it?
long? I have no idea, Aaron. All I know is at first, I was like getting red when I looked at James. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is going to really piss me off because I told him on the phone. I even said, don't mess with my cell phone, James. And I heard them both laugh again. And I thought he got the gist. Mm-hmm. He knows I'm being serious. That other guy doesn't know how serious I am, but James does know. So when he shows up at my door, I'm like, "Ooh, buddy." And listen, there's one thing our mother instilled in us. You don't give a F what a salesperson cares about.
Yeah, I know. She is very good about that.
Like when they're in salesperson mode, you can be as rude as you need to be to get them out of your house or to get them away.
Yep.
So I am a very polite person.
Yeah, same. That is funny. That is definitely mom.
Until it comes to a salesperson. And I have been downright ugly.
I'm just trying to make a living.
I know. And see, that's where James and I differ. James is the bleeding heart. They'll come right in. They've got their sales pitch. You remember the guy with the windows. I mean, every other week it feels like, and the bug guy. It feels like every other week there's somebody in our house trying to sell us something and I'm always the one. But not this time. You know why? Because of that beautiful accent. He started talking and I was like, "Oh, buddy." I said, "Where are you from?" And he was like, "Well, I was born and raised," and starts talking in this great accent. And I was like, "You know what? Why don't you just stay for dinner? You're already here. Just keep talking." And I got him laughing. He was having a great time. He talked about how great the meal was. I'm like, "You could come back anytime, Jeff." Is that Jeff with a J or Jeff with a G? He's like, "Jeff with a G." I'm like, "Okay, Jeff, come on back." You're authentic because,
Yeah.
Jeff with a G, that's UK.
Yeah, you tried to trick him up, but he was
legit. It was not a fake accent. So anyway, it turns out that's all it takes and I'll buy it. So I've got this new cell phone that I'm actually a lot pissed about. He kept promising me nothing would be different. And he was right. And I want to be mad at him, but I can't. And he's like, got a great accent, super nice guy, laughing. Talked about how wonderful his wife was. They met during the pandemic. He's so in love with her.
How did they meet over the pandemic?
They met right before. I know, girl, I want to get into it with him. And I'm like, and he's got this great accent. I'm hoping he'll come back someday. But anyway, they're going to move to Italy. Yeah, he's like, we got a 4-year plan. We're saving up money. We're moving to Italy. Things are really cheap over there. We went on vacation there. We went on holiday. Oh, that's what he said. We went on holiday there. I'm like, look at you. So hopefully I'll get him really good with him. We'll start getting listeners in Italy and in the UK.
And then go stay in his Tuscan villa.
Yeah, I need to say UK because I said U of K. Like I do, like I do, like a true Kentuckian. But yeah, and then we can go stay in a Tuscan village.
That sounds great.
I know.
I said villa, but yeah.
Or villa, either one. I'm not picky. I don't care where we go. As long as Jeff is there and his beautiful wife and their great accent.
That sounds awesome. Was she British?
No, I'm pretty sure she was from here. But whatever. Wouldn't that be cute?
Sometimes people in America have really cool accents too.
That's true.
I like American accents. Like I like a good country accent.
Oh, yeah. Appalachian.
Yeah.
Those are great. I could listen to that all day.
Yeah. I like a northern accent. I like all kinds. I like to listen to accents in general.
Yeah, I don't mind them. Clearly. Clearly, even if you're trying to sell me something I don't want, I'll buy it and then I'll make you fried chicken.
I would just fried chicken.
I know, girl. Like
nice.
I don't ever do fried chicken. And I was like, Jeff, you're in for a treat tonight, big guy. I mean, just at one point we joked about him moving in.
Oh my God.
God love little Miles. He's so sweet. After Jeff leaves, he was like, "So Mom, is Jeff ever going to come back?" I said, "No, honey, I don't think so." Although we did make it seem very, very comfortable. And I was like, "I don't think he is." And he said, "But if he were to spend the night, where would he stay?" And I was like, "On the couch, I'd imagine." So we have a plan if Jeff ever wants to spend the night.
Perfect.
Yeah, and he did take down the name of our podcast. So if you're listening to this, Jeff, we got the couch ready. Anytime your wife could come too. We're, bring the family.
Oh, man. Wow. I just really, Jeff, you'd send me a message directly. Why did you deliver it? I've never heard of that happening. That's really impressive. He
delivered my phone, James's phone, Blake's phone, and then signed up Dad for the family plan for $4.
Oh, I know. James came over and talked our ear off about that plan.
Well, James, I thought, are they eating dinner?
Not yet. At one point I said, "All right, if I'm not feeding you, you need to go." And he goes, "Well, I could eat." And I was like, "I need you to go."
Like, you don't have an accent, my friend. Get out of here.
Goodbye.
There's nothing cool about you.
He's got an accent, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
It's lost its luster.
Oh, sure. I'm sure.
All right. Boy, man, we talked plenty.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, when you meet Jeff, you got to talk a lot about him.
I loved it.
Embark on a captivating journey through time with histories and mysteries uncovered. Your one-stop destination for gripping true crime, fascinating history, and spine-tingling paranormal stories.
Uncover true crime sagas. Delve into riveting true crime narratives that will leave you on the edge of your seat. From notorious cases to hidden secrets, our podcast brings you the chilling details behind real-life crime.
Explore fascinating history. Experience the thrill of discovering untold stories from the past. Our episodes transport you to different eras, shedding light on historical events, figures, and the intriguing tales that shaped our world.
Embrace the paranormal. Are you ready to explore the unexplained? Join us as we delve into the realms of the paranormal, unraveling ghostly encounters, mysterious phenomena, and the supernatural side of history.
Subscribe now to Histories and Mysteries Uncovered for an immersive blend of true crime, history, and paranormal exploration. Satiate your curiosity, satisfy your intrigue, and join us on a journey that transcends time and mystery.
We can be found wherever you listen to podcasts. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon.
All right. Well, are you ready to talk a lot? Because we've got a very long and good story.
I know. I think it's my turn to go first.
All right. Go for it.
I'm just kidding because you made fun of me
go
last
for it
week.
because that means you have to read the
Oh, all right. I really will, but I was kidding.
long story.
Okay, so I'm going to read a story from Todd.
Hello, Todd. Welcome.
Todd has sent 3 emails over, but the first, 2 of them look like they have the same story. So I wanted to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
Todd writes, my wife is a former high school literature teacher and read my original message after I had sent it. She just took a full hour to grade and make some changes.
That's hilarious.
I am sending the revised version. Please forgive me for sending 2 very long messages. Your content is great. Best of luck with your podcast. Preferred pronouns, he.
Oh, Todd, what a great intro.
I know, I love it. Okay, so now I got to make sure I'm reading the right one. It's pressure.
Oh my gosh, his wife will be so pissed
I know,
after
right?
spending an entire hour.
In March of 2001, my first wife, Chris, I wonder if that's his wife who just edited it. 'Cause she's probably like, we're going to talk about how much we don't like Chris. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hopefully they're amicable.
Uh-huh.
In March of 2001, my first wife, Chris, our oldest son, Sam, and I moved to Austin, Texas, in the hopes I would find my fortune in Silicon Hills. We stayed with her older sister and her sister's husband while our house in Arkansas was on the market. Chris was a respiratory therapist and found a job at North Austin Medical Center before we even moved. I was attempting to get into tech with no experience. Couldn't even get an interview, even though I sent out resumes all day, every day, and followed up with phone calls. I essentially was Mr. Mom for the 3 months we stayed in Austin.
It was hard work, wasn't it, Todd?
Right? We inhabited a nice large room with a walk-in closet and a full bathroom. Facing the house, this room was on the front left far end of the house. Very nice house in a very nice neighborhood in a very nice area called Lakeway, Texas, just outside of Austin. I want to go to Austin so bad.
Yeah, I would love to go to Austin.
We almost moved to Austin. We got far in the interview process to Austin when we were first married. And then Kevin finally was because he's so cute and Canadian, he never asked about pay. And then finally they were like, the pay is this. And it was laughable. It was
no.
We're not going to move to Texas to take less than minimum wage. It was so little money.
No.
We're why do we have so many phone interviews with you? Anyways, her sister was teaching at UT while working toward her PhD.
Oh, dang fancy.
I hate to stop again, but ever since listening to Tony and Ryan, every time they hear PhD, they go, pretty huge dick. And it ruins so many conversations in my head.
This well edited.
I know, it's so well edited. And at work, people will be like, oh yeah, I'm working on my PhD. And I'm like, I bet you are. Oh, it's awful. I don't say it, but I think it.
It's like Tourette's in your mind.
I know, it's rough.
I was like, you really feel Ellie.
The brother-in-law worked for a tech startup, and they had no kids yet and were doing well financially. Sam was about 2.5 years old, noticeably intelligent and articulate for his age. Of course, we thought so, but would be told by strangers out in public on multiple occasions when they would hear him talk. How old is that kid? 2.5? Wow. He talks really well for such a little kid. We actually didn't realize it since we hadn't been around other kids that much. First grandchild on my side of the family, second on her side, moving on. So a few odd things happened before I had my encounter. First one that I remember, we usually put Sam to bed around 8 or 8:30 p.m. After he fell asleep, we would go to the living room or another area in the house to hang out and talk or watch TV or whatever. One night we were in the living room. Chris had folded laundry and carried it into the bedroom. Sam was standing on the side of the bed, eyes closed with his arms stretched out, motioning with his hands and saying, "Papa, Papa." Obviously, he was dreaming. What makes this even more odd, my family is from a small town called Greenbrier, AR, Arkansas. AR is Arkansas, not Arizona, which is AZ, as most Americans seem to think AR is Arizona. Thank you, because I always wonder. I always think Arkansas first, but I always question. Greenbrier is about 550 miles or about 8 hours away from Austin. Papa was my dad. He had passed away in August of 1999, 11 days before Sam's first birthday. He was 61. Sam was the only grandbaby that my dad ever knew, and they had a bond that even my mom, Meemaw, was jealous of.
Oh.
I have 3 older siblings, 14, 12, and 9 years older. None of them ever had kids, so by the time Sam arrived, my parents were beyond elated.
Oh.
So, not totally bizarre to dream about Papa, but still. Next odd thing, another night after putting Sam to bed, the 4 adults decided to sit out in the hot tub on the back patio right behind the living room.
Nice.
There was a huge window so you could see the entire living room. If Sam woke up and came looking for us, we would be able to jump out and get him in a matter of seconds. Or so we thought. We may have been in the hot tub for 20 or 30 minutes. I think that's too long to be in a hot tub.
I knew you were going to say that.
Really? Why?
I did. Well, because I think that was ingrained in our minds.
Yeah, I hate hot tubs. I don't like them.
And you also think any amount of time in a hot tub, only
That's
because
true.
your husband is too frisky in them.
It's true. And because right now I'm already warm and I'm like, oh, that sounds horrible.
Smothering.
Yes. Ugh. I don't like being hot. Anyways, I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's not for me.
I love them.
We may
Sign me up. I mean, your wife can be there. Your current wife can be there too, Todd. I'm not trying to hit on you. I promise. I'll bring Jeff. I mean, James, my husband.
Oh, whoopsie daisy.
James, if you were listening to that for any sort of weird reason, that was on purpose. That was a joke. Oh, and Jeff,
if you're
oh,
listening.
shoot. I did tell Jeff to listen. Jeff, that really was on purpose. I was being funny. Most of my listeners know that, but you might not. Sorry.
All right. We may have been in the hot tub for 20 or 30 minutes when here he comes and he is getting in. Being from Kentucky, I figure you know the expression. Getting it. Getting it.
Getting it. Like, come on, get in it.
Getting it. All right.
Getting it.
Nope, I read it wrong. So, yeah, getting it.
Getting it.
I read
Getting
it wrong the first time. Okay, stop. Good Lord.
Well, I felt like you really need to hear it a couple more times.
I think I got it. Thank you.
I mean, I didn't feel like it was that hard to get, but you weren't getting in it.
Oh, for those not familiar with that phrase, he is hauling ass. We see him, but he does not see us. All he sees is an empty living room where we should be. He does not slow up and continues to the next room. Oh, into the next room, my sister-in-law's office. To the next room, the kitchen, then onto the other side of that, the adjoining dining room.
How big is this window?
I
feel like this house is translucent.
Yeah.
You just look and see through all of the walls.
Some of our listeners know what kind of house that sounds like. The Cullens.
Oh, I was like, a house made of glass?
Yes, the Cullens.
Oh, brother.
The back of it. Anyways, we're moving on. Where we finally caught him. He was terrified and trembling. We all felt terrible. Something scared him. He went looking for help, and every room was empty. Sheer panic. Chris picked him up, and we all gathered around him and assured him he was safe and okay. He just clung to her neck with his face buried in her shoulder.
Oh.
He was shivering so hard that we went back to the hot tub and got in. Just to warm him up. We asked him if he had had a bad dream. He had been diagnosed with night terrors a while back. And what scared him? He said, the scary man crept in the bed with me.
Ooh.
Absolutely not.
Nope. You're not going to sleep in that bed anymore.
Nope. Dang, we all felt that. It sure felt real to that baby. This creepy bed partner incident happened within 3 to 4 weeks after the Papa incident. Now to what I experienced. The 3 of us inhabited a large bedroom in the front left side of the house. Imagine a box. The door is in the bottom right corner. Door opens to the right, hitting the wall behind it, so most of our space would be to the left. If you walked about 7 paces or so straight from the door, you would reach the opposite wall, which separates the outside. There is a window right there with a small computer desk and computer in front of the window. You also pass a chest of drawers. or Chester drawers, as we call them, along the wall that runs parallel with the open door. I feel like this is a terrible description. Listen, it's probably not, but I can't picture when I'm reading. I mean, I can picture a little bit, but I have a hard time just putting that in my brain when I'm reading words. But when I'm listening back after Rue edits, I'll be like, oh, got it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. How do you read stories? Oh, you don't. You listen to them, which is the same. Which is the same.
And we are moving right along. Sitting at the computer desk, looking out the window to the left, was the head of our king-size bed. I slept on that side, Sam in the middle, and Chris on the other side. There was another window on the small wall a few feet from Chris's side of the bed, about 7 feet apart from the window in front of the computer. Enough room for the bed to sit between the windows. Immediately left of the doorway, the wall ran about 12 feet. A dresser ran along the wall with the TV on top.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Yeah, I think I'm there too. The dresser was about the same height and width of the foot of the bed, with barely enough space to walk between them. Continuing straight past the dresser bed obstacle, you would reach the door to the walk-in closet, and to the right of that door was the door to the bathroom. So to summarize, when I lay down going to bed, I am facing the bedroom door. Turn my head to look left is a computer desk in front of the window. Barely a foot in front of my face, the corner of the room is barely another foot on the other side of the desk.
Okay.
So essentially, no room.
Gotcha.
This is critical knowledge. There are also Chester drawers along the wall between the computer desk and door. For me to get up and pee during the night, I had to not bump my head against the desk, not bang my knee into the chest, and not stub my right foot on the bed or the left foot of the dresser.
I mean, were we okay with this setup?
Well,
Is there a need for all of this storage?
It's not long term. It's just while they're trying to find a place.
Okay, yeah. So they've got to get all their stuff tucked into one place.
Right. They're staying
that
with
makes
his sister-in-law.
sense.
Chris could roll out with zero obstacles and open space. Way to go. Way to be a gentleman.
She's the ex? I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, girl, get
I mean, maybe you should share.
Oh no, I'd be like, I think I need this side. And Kevin would be like, okay.
Again, Canadian.
I know, he's
Sweet
so
guy.
sweet. I don't deserve him. Anyways, finally, what I witnessed. I had worked overnight for several years before we moved to Austin. So trying to flip my sleep schedule back was pretty miserable. I had some severe insomnia, so most nights I laid awake for 1.5 to 2 hours before falling asleep. Not with the TV on, just in the dark with my thoughts and brain that wouldn't shut off. Not sure how long I had been laying there, but I was sure both Sam and Chris had already fallen asleep. I was wide awake. There was a little bit of light from the streetlight outside coming through the windows, but it was very minuscule. The atmosphere in the room changes instantaneously, and out of the corner of my left eye, I sense a movement. I turn my head slightly left and cut my eyes toward it. Oh, this is scary. In that small space between the computer desk and the corner.
I don't like how tight we are.
Yeah, I know I don't either. What I can only describe as a black mass stands up like it had been crouching and walks menacingly fast around the foot of the bed and toward the walk-in closet.
There's not enough room to do that.
No.
You can't walk menacingly in such a tight
and without
space.
stubbing your toe. As I type
True.
this, the hairs on my neck, arms, and legs are standing at full attention. Oh, mine too.
Todd.
Exactly like they did the moment this happened. How do I describe what I felt in that moment? I can't. I was frozen and numb. Couldn't process it. My mind literally said, that didn't just happen. You didn't see that. You couldn't have seen that because that is not real. Well, then why am I paralyzed and why is my heart in full-blown tachycardia? Tachycardia?
I'm going to say, like, you're having a heart attack.
So scary.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Why can't I catch my breath if I did not just witness what I am trying to convince myself that I could not have witnessed? Those thoughts only bounced around for a few seconds until reason kicked in and I started convincing myself that it was the trick of a streetlight outside. A dog or deer had passed by the window or something easily explainable happened. As I gathered my wits back about me, okay, first of all, before I read what's coming up next, because I have not read it, I love this because he's already convinced himself what everything you were just going to say.
Not
and now
everything.
he's like, wait a minute, but I'm about to drop this mic with what's going to happen next.
So you think, okay, go ahead.
As I gathered my wits back about me, a hand clamped down. Hold on. A hand
What?
clapped
You can't
down.
do that, Aaron.
Sorry.
my gosh.
I got too scared to keep
My
reading.
butt is so clenched right now. It can't clench anymore. God, just read it.
Okay, as I gathered my wits back about me, a hand clapped down out of the dark on my right shoulder, and in a terrified voice, Chris asks, "Did you just get up and walk to the bathroom?" Not only did I see it, she did too. I really did see it. Without knowing, she confirmed that I did, and it scared her just as much as it did me.
I'm so glad it was her hand. Oh my God. I can unclench my butt cheeks now. Hold on. Let me relax a little bit. Okay.
I told her that I had not gotten up to go to the bathroom. She asked if I had seen someone walking around in the room. And for whatever reason, I lied and said that I hadn't. As her panic started...
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, I mean...
No, turn the damn lights on.
The more I hear about this, the more I'm...
Why don't people? I can't even say it. Why don't people turn lights on?
They've got a sleeping baby.
Don't give a fuck. If that happens at that point, you turn the lights on. You wake that baby up, you might need to get out.
Oh my gosh.
Take the baby with you.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. As her panic started to rise, I assured her that I had been awake the whole time and she must have had a bad dream.
Oh, like you're doubling down.
Had I told the truth, we would have gotten up, gotten the hell out of there, and gone to a hotel.
I feel like that might have been what you needed to do, Todd.
Probably only returning during daylight hours and not staying there another night. Our finances would not have been able to sustain that. But she wouldn't have given two shits, nor even a half turd. Pretty good. Okay.
That's a good one, Todd. Way to make us laugh after all that. Whew, that was intense.
Within a few weeks, we moved back to Arkansas. It was so traumatic that we did not discuss or mention it the next day or the remainder of our time in Austin, nor did we mention it to her sister or brother-in-law. 3 or 4 months after we were back, that sister came to visit. We were all sitting in their young...
I can't believe you let her come visit.
Well, the sister is not the...
Well, according to you believer people, something could attach to somebody.
Oh, hush. No, I would let you
heard
visit.
it there first.
If you had a haunted house, I would still let you come visit.
All right. If I
I'd be
saw
like,
that
come to
thing-
my house. Get out of that house.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, maybe a nice heads up would be good.
Yeah. I would like to be told, hey,
Yeah.
you've got a really scary demon in your house.
Right.
We were all sitting at their younger sister's house hanging out when I finally said, you know that night that you hit my shoulder and asked me if I had gotten up and went to the bathroom? I actually did see what you did. Well, at least he finally told her.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Safely back in Arkansas, we told the story to her sister. We filled the youngest one in on the other odd events that took place before that night. The sister that still lived in the house told us that she had moved her office into that bedroom and that on a couple of occasions her 2 dogs had started barking toward the walk-in closet door for no apparent reason, but would not go in or get too close to it. They eventually sold the house and moved back to Arkansas within maybe 5 years or so of us being there. Chris and I divorced in 2003, but not before Sam got a little brother, Max, born in May of 2002. Oh my gosh, that means that kid is already 22.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird to think?
It is.
Oh, they're about to be 22.
Oh, yeah. I just got an invitation to one of my former kindergartners' graduation.
If you were born in the 2000s and you can legally drink, that time doesn't make sense. Time is a flat circle. I'm convinced that's the most convincing aspect.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
Oh, weird. Okay. Sam turned out okay. He is now 25, has a BA in economics, an MBA, and is about to complete his second year of law school.
Damn.
Dang. Max was not around for our time in Austin, but just so he doesn't feel totally left out, he will be 22 in a couple of months and will have his BS in biology in December.
Okay. Look at your boys go.
I know. He will hopefully be accepted into Southern College of Optometry in Memphis soon after that.
Very nice.
I drew a diagram of the room. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's in our Instagram.
Perfect. As best as I could, and I hope I can attach it to this email. I will give you the address of the house in Lakeway. Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, the address.
I doubt the people living there would want any ghost hunters around, but who knows?
But I don't care. So
we won't share
go
it on
for
the pod, but I would love to know. Would be very interested if anyone else has lived or stayed there and had a similar experience. Thank you for letting me tell this story. I have never written it down before. Okay, I will shut up now. Preferred pronouns, he.
Oh, Todd, I mean, if you have any more,
Right?
you're a great author. Your wife, current wife, is a fabulous editor.
Yes, thank you.
And your former wife, God love her, she went through a lot.
Yeah.
I don't mean your marriage. I mean, know nothing about that, Todd. I mean, that is terrifying, that story.
So scary.
And what am I going to say? What's more terrifying than something paranormal?
Somebody really in there. But
Yeah, but think about it, Aaron. What if this person hadn't come down from their attic space in a while and they don't know where the furniture is now?
now
And
they're
so that whole,
both awake and alert and looking for that.
what do you mean they're both alert?
At
and
this
awake?
point, they see it, and now they're not like in a dream state. They're both awake and alert, like we
I
saw
know.
something scary.
And so that person's normal escape route is now covered in furniture.
yeah.
And so now they're trying to get to where they're supposed to be going, and they're darting back and forth because they're trying to figure out how to get to where they normally escape into.
Okay, but then don't you think eventually in that night they would catch the guy?
No, because they went back to bed. Because
No.
Todd was like, no, honey, you were just dreaming.
Yeah, but Todd knows better, so he's going to stay up.
Todd didn't stay up. Todd rolled over. They both rolled over and they pretended like it never happened.
Oh my gosh.
Therefore, that squatter, and yes, this one I'm going squatter. Therefore, that squatter was like freaked out and had to bolt and find somewhere else to go hide or get away from. Either a squatter or a frogger. Frogger? Fogger? What do they
Frogger.
call those people? I
Frogger,
never know.
but it's spelled weird.
Because Frogger is the weirdest.
I know.
Like, why? Why are they called that?
I
Because
don't
they
know.
jump from place to place. Anyway, comes in, is usually like, ooh, this is where I like tuck and roll into like a vent or into
Yeah.
somewhere. And they try to get in there and they realize they're about to get busted.
Yeah.
They realize this guy is awake. They can see him, especially if there's a street light. Now I see that he's illuminated. So I can see his eyes are awake. I got to get the F out of here. So they're like running back and forth, trying to get out of there. And then finally, like, I just got to go. They get out, whether they get out of the house, whether they go, wherever they go, they go. But it would also explain why that little boy was so terrified.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a real person.
I
Oof.
would give you all that if it weren't for the fact that at this point they are in the room. Todd is very much awake and scared. Even if the wife is trying, like, even if he's trying to calm her down,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he's going to fall asleep in enough time for that person to get totally out without leaving any evidence that they were actually there.
No, they absolutely could. If they if they can sneak in as quietly as they did, because that's what they do.
No.
They're very well versed and they might know this house really, really well until they got to that one room. Because now all of a sudden things are moved around and they don't have their typical place to hide. And so they freak out. I already said it. Back and forth. Very, what did he say? Like it was like super fast darting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trying to figure out where to go. Whoa, it's creepier than a ghost. I would rather it be a demon. I would rather it be
I just think it makes more
something
sense that
that
it's a
doesn't
demon.
have logical intentions, which they're not logical. I don't mean that, but like calculated intentions.
Yeah. It just makes more sense to me that it's a ghost or a demon.
How is that possible?
Because it just is. It's just, if I think that ghosts exist, then it's obviously a ghost or a demon.
That darts around the room and then leaves the room.
You never saw it leave the room. That's
He
my
says
point.
it leaves the room. He said it leaves the room. It goes down the hallway.
Are you sure it said that? Because I
am not.
feel like this is
I'm
the
pretty
same
sure.
thing. Remember when we read Amy's story and you're like, the husband never saw it. And then I listened
All right, fine.
and
All right,
word
fine.
for word, it's like, I've seen
Future.
her. I've seen her too. And I'm like, I knew that's what it said.
Okay. Rue, pause. This is Aaron's doing, but pause.
Put in some elevator music. I'm just
Mhm.
kidding. I won't steal that from, and that's why we drink. Although they have such a good idea while you're looking this up. They are going to release their theme song as like a ringtone on their Patreon.
That's adorable.
Let us know if y'all would like that. We will steal that idea. That's so good. Stands up like it was crouching walls, menacingly fast around the foot of the bed and toward the walk-in closet. As I type this, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do I
But towards
describe
the
what I
walk-in
felt?
closet. Like it goes away.
Towards it, but not in the walk-in closet.
But at one point, what does the wife say?
Did you just get up and go to the bathroom?
So implying that someone was in the room and left the room is what the wife says. Like, did you just get up and go to the bathroom?
Or just like, I know somebody was up in this room.
right. And then is no longer in this
Yeah,
room.
because they disappeared because ghosts
or into the
Can
walk-in
disappear.
closet where there is something that they can disappear into.
Or into the walls because they are a ghost.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's where the fact is. No one got up and checked. At no point did lights come on and every room was checked. There was no evidence that it couldn't have been an actual person.
There's also no evidence that it was not a ghost.
There is because they don't exist.
All right.
How
Agree to
long?
disagree.
How long are we going?
We are at 54 minutes already.
I was going to say, do we want to just read one story tonight?
It was a really good long one. I think we could do that.
I think we could too. I think we could get away with it tonight. I think that it's been a super long story. It was very good, very scary.
Yes.
And I'm done.
I would love more really long stories like that where we can dissect it and argue. The
heck
challenge. Here's your
Yeah.
challenge, everybody. Write in a really long, full of ghost story.
Mm-hmm. That way we don't have to read one.
Make it easier.
I can get out of reading.
So tired.
So nice.
I was nicer tonight, not to
everybody. Don't feel like you were.
I know,
I feel
I'm
like you
sorry.
were the mean one
I
tonight.
just really think the older I get, the more sleep I might need.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's funny how that works. Isn't it?
Bummer.
FOMO kind of goes out the window once you stop caring.
Yeah.
Here we go. Drum roll. Guess what? It's just the night for Todd.
All right.
Yes. So, Todd, not only did you give us an amazing story that took up our entire episode, you, my friend, left us an amazing review.
Yes.
We have been sitting just, just dry as a desert out there. Since July.
I just really want to make a dirty joke there, but I'm not going to.
I did not mean that. I just been like tumbleweeds going by our review
Yep,
section.
Sounds about right.
It was just barren. And
Welcome
then all
to 40.
of a
Okay.
sudden, isn't that the truth? And then all of a sudden, boom, pops in Todd with this lovely story. Where do we find Todd?
I'm pretty sure Todd found us when I posted something on a podcasting group on Facebook.
Hey, all right. Okay, well, I asked Todd, like, hey, were you, first of all, I didn't even realize that he was the one that sent us the story. I was really just trying to find out who Temple of Hog was.
Hog Temple.
Templar. Hog Templar was, because that was what he left on his handle on our review. So I send, hi, did you give us a review? Just cut right to the chase. Thank you so much. And we would like to have you as our fan favorite. So, of course, I do my whole spiel. My hoe spiel. No, I don't talk about how much of a hoe I am. My whole spiel. And then he said, yes, ma'am, I did leave a review.
Aw.
I contacted you by DM last week and sent my story in on the website contact page, which I just now saw his DM from in our Instagram.
Perfect.
Sorry, Todd, I don't typically get on there. I actually sent it twice because when my wife woke up from her nap, she graded and edited it and told me to resend it. The story is about, I love your wife. You can use my name. Good, Todd. We've been talking about
Golly, that would suck so bad if he was like, I'd love to say anonymous. Like, sorry, Rue.
Yeah,
your job just got so much
It would suck
harder.
for Rue. It would suck for Rue, but you're getting paid.
Yeah, if you want us to.
And I haven't bumped that mic once tonight. So
Yeah, you've been very good. If you want to say anonymous, you have to say that big, bold letters at the beginning.
Yes, please do. Or make sure it's a night when Rue is editing.
Right. Yeah, don't put that on me.
I'm kidding, Rue. I'm kidding. Okay. You can use my name. It's Todd Bell. If you would mention my podcast, Temple of the Hog, and our website, 2 G's and Hog. So HOGG.
And you're sure it's not Templar?
No, it's Temple
Okay.
of the Hog. That would be awesome. You got a good show that is very original. Good luck.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to check that
Yeah,
out.
I wonder what it's about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Temple of
Hogs?
the Hog.
The worship of Hawk. This might be my cult era. Here it is.
Oh, here we go. Another personality coming
We
on.
knew it was going to happen sometime, and I've just got an invitation.
Well, Todd, tonight is your night, my friend. Welcome. I'm glad that you're a listener. Hopefully you'll get your wife in on this.
Yeah, way to come in hot. You're like, I'm going to write a really long story. I'm going to be leaving a review. I
And
let
I'm
him
gonna
into
be the fan
Facebook.
favorite.
I'm going to be the fan favorite. Way to go.
Yes, love it.
Yeah, all of y'all. Take a note. Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
Y'all are doing great. We love you guys. If you would like to check out our website, you can go to myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to get merch. You can find our P.O. box. You can write in directly on our website and tell us your pronouns and all that good stuff. You can, even find out about live events if we're ever going to have any more of those. Summer is coming. It's the only time I can be convinced. And even then, it is a stretch. So who knows? You can write into us directly at our Gmail at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can follow our socials on Facebook. Don't follow us on TikTok and
we're horrible over there.
on Instagram. And you can rate, review, subscribe like Todd did. And then maybe you can be the next fan favorite.
Even you.
Even you. I love how Amber was like, me. I'm like, girl, you have been a fan favorite.
And I almost fell for it. I went back and looked through my... No, Amber, you little stinker. She puts on there mate, it's me.
Yeah.
A little meme. And I was like, what the hell? Amber's never been a fan favorite.
Yeah, no, she lied.
But, sometimes you have a discourse with somebody. You're like, well, maybe it was we were just talking back and forth.
Nope.
So I scrolled all the way up and we talked a lot. I scrolled all the way up and I was like, that was my very first message to you, Amber. You were definitely a fan favorite. And then I even went through thinking, well, maybe I forgot. Sometimes I'm old. No, sure enough. I'm not even going to shout you out again, Amber. I will say this. If Todd hadn't responded by the time we had recorded, you were up next. But turns out, joke's on you, Amber. I'm not even going to say it again.
Man.
Okay, fine. The Science Center. I can't do it. It's a good cause. We should call out Amber. Sorry, Amber.
Okay, but before you check out that, you got to check out Todd's podcast.
Yes. Absolutely. You can't.
He's the real fan favorite. Amber's just sneaking in.
Amber, you little stinker. Here I am. I can't even not do it. Hold on.
Isn't it Greenville?
Yes, it's a
Botanical
good one.
or something. I remember it.
I do too, and I would feel really bad if we didn't shout it out and somebody missed something.
I just I don't like to say this on the podcast, but I geek out a little bit that Amber likes us enough to listen to our podcast because she was very cool in high school.
Well, yeah. She's Amber.
She's
really cool now.
I know,
I
but
love
I
Amber.
was I always wanted her to like me, and I never really thought she did, and now she listens.
And now she listens. Yeah, that's how I feel about Alexis.
Oh, girl, same. I'm so intimidated by Alexis.
Well, she's the coolest person I've ever met in my life.
I know.
Don't tell her.
She's got that hot energy that we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Alexis. Did that make it weird?
You should be
sorry,
Shonda.
Shonda. Sorry. In a good way. I'm not coming on to you. I'm just saying.
No, just you got it, girl.
Yeah.
You got it going on.
All right. This is getting weird. It's getting weird.
Don't cut any of that rude, though, because Alexis will love it. And Shonda, hope you like it, too. Okay. You should be proud of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Amber, your shout out that you snuck in there and grabbed.
I can't believe it. You're making it official.
I have to because it's such a good Todd. We're all going to listen to your podcast and then we are going to talk about the Greenboro Science Center. So if you happen to be in Greenboro, is it Alabama?
Alabama.
I
I don't feel like that's right.
Alaska.
North Carolina. She's not even our fan favorite. What are you doing?
I don't even care. It's just Greenboro Science Center.
Okay.
I do
Look
care.
it up.
It sounds great. She goes on and on about how amazing they are.
I know. We did this when she was the fan favorite.
Right. It really is an awesome organization. So go look that up too. But first, listen to Todd's podcast.
That's
go
right.
Go on.
That's right. I think I got it all. I think I've said
you did
my
great.
piece. I said rate, review, subscribe.
Good job.
Write in your stories. Tell your friends to write in your stories.
Nice.
Their stories. Don't have your friends write in your stories. That'd be weird. Your friends.
I'm so lazy.
Right.
Will you write in my story for me? Really, we don't care. As long as we get the story, we don't care who writes it.
Right.
Get Todd's wife to write it.
Oh
She's
my gosh.
amazing.
Yeah, she could edit it for you.
Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. All hat, no cattle.
Good night.
La 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 la.
And also, I'm really just kidding about these big old titties.
You're not. They
I'm
are.
not. They are big.
In Silicon Hills. Is that right? Silicone?
I was thinking Silicone, like Silicon Valley.
Silicon Hills. Silicon Hills. Did I say it better?
Rue,
the second
whichever one is correct, make sure that one gets in.
time? Make me sound smart. I don't believe you.
But let me just, hold on. Just give me 1 minute because of your laziness.
Oh my gosh. So most of our space would be to the left. To the left? Is
Yeah,
that
I get
good?
it.
Yeah.
To the left. But yeah.
Okay. The atmosphere in the room changes instantaneously. Sorry, I had to really work that out loud.